And you?
You agreed that to have a little conversation with me.
Of course. Why shouldn't I?
Yeah. Huh? I don't know. Maybe you heard something, some rumors.
No, I've only heard good things about you.
I'm glad to hear. Yeah. 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 I actually the reason I reached out to you was when I saw because I'd been seeing your Substack a little bit because Substack feeds me like comic book stuff, obviously. So I saw your Substack. I'm like, this guy's a pretty good artist, and he's got an interesting characters that he's drawing and
Thank
stuff.
you.
But then I saw your post, making art for no one. And this is something I've been thinking about a long time.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. And and you tied it into to the lives of the saints.
Yes.
Particularly Sainte Thérèse de Lisieux, which I'm particularly fond of. And yeah, so I guess that's the idea. I've been thinking about a undercurrent that's always there of artists who are making art not for commercial pursuit, for career, for fame, for anything like that, who are just making art for no one, right?
Yes.
But that are still putting love in it. And to me, there's something special about that vocation.
If you really think about it, I think it's like the most special thing. Yeah, to make art for no one, because it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can like tell it's like an intuition, If you make art just to sell, it's just a product. It's just a product. I mean, it's not just a product, but it kind of turns into one. And it's like you said, like something that you've been thinking, and me too. It's something that I've been struggling a lot, because I did not have this mindset. Like when I started trying to get into comics, to work with comics, to make art, I always had actually the complete opposite idea. I made fun. I scoffed at people that tried to make art, ugly art, for example. I scoffed at people that didn't want to improve, like to really make it, like to improve to the point of being marketable. I scoffed at them. Like, why would anyone just make stuff? Like the point of this is like working. It's to make a product. It's to make something to sell, and to make something that is important for. I seriously really thought like that, and I don't know. Like maybe, like honestly, not to get too much into it, but it was before I was a Christian, before I was Catholic, before I knew the life of the saints. So slowly, with the years, I started to give much more importance to art as something more than just a product. Art like a really liberal art, like they call it, right? It's one of the liberal arts that serves to the soul, to free the man, to free the mind. I started to understand it better, and slowly I started to struggle with this question, because me too, like 90% of artists try to break this wall of to find an audience, to find people to see their stuff. And although I have managed to somewhat, in some point of like 5 years ago, I somewhat managed to like to find a niche, a little community on the internet that would hire me to make their comics. I never really exploded on the internet to have like an audience, fans of my work. So I always struggle with that, you know. And only recently with this little comic I made, I like culminated on this idea that it's really worth it to make art even if no one sees it, you know. And I really reminded myself when I first started, like, why I made comics, why did I draw all this stuff, you know, because kids do stuff because it's fun, you know. Like my kids, my daughters, they love to show me their drawings, but it's not just to show me, because they want to share the joy, but the joy is in the doing. And I try to remember why I made that, you know. And just like, and you see, if you see the comments on that post, many don't really understand what I try to tell, you know. They get somewhat of it, but they still like are, in my opinion, are a little lost on this idea of, no, you have to show it someone. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. You do it because you love it. But I think when I say no one, it's not no one. It's God.
Yeah,
it's God. You know, because when I had like the really understood was when I thought Teres, like here in Brazil we call her Little Teres.
Yeah.
So was when thinking about her in other sense too, doing stuff hidden from the world, and God loving that, you know, the little stuff. And one of the saints you yourself wrote on, you know, one of your posts, and I didn't know her, but it's like just about that, you know, like if God wants me to fold clothes or to wash clothes, that's what I'm going to do. And God loves that, like. And when you make art, make for God, you know, make for God, not for a specific audience, just to sell. I mean, it's valuable, you know, when you try to show it to other people, because that's the only way you know that it's really good, you know. It's if you're getting better, if you're making yourself like understood. I'm not saying by this that you can make you like there's no objective good art, you know. Everything is subjective and doesn't matter good and bad art. But I'm trying to say that what I'm trying to say is, even if no one sees it, God loves it, you know. And it shouldn't be the sole objective to show it to everyone, to show it to everyone and make everyone love it. It shouldn't be the main objective. It would be good. It would be something that maybe you should try a little bit, but not the sole main objective.
Yeah, and so that you're not. So there's many blessings to making art before it gains the approval of others.
Yes.
Right? When you're making art, you're entering into a formation of yourself. Right? It's not just the end result that is good. It's the whole process, the going through it, learning things, and imagination, and all of these things are already good things, and you can simply have gratitude for those, even though you don't get famous, and
Yes.
it's not, you still have a benefit.
Yes.
All right. That's
Yes.
why the point of making art for no one. It doesn't mean, you don't want anyone to like it or whatever, or you're on purpose making it bad so that to push them
Yeah.
away or something.
Yeah.
It's more like you're trying to stay present in the moment so that you are benefiting of the blessings that the art gives you in that moment. And the whole like AI thing, the AI art thing, has brought up this conversation, right? Because it's the debate I find comes around a lot about, well, but the AI art looks better or looks just as good or something, but that doesn't matter because
Yeah.
the struggle
Yeah, I agree
getting from
completely. I
A
agree
to
completely.
Z or A to B is the art. It forms your heart, right?
Yeah,
So
don't even
to
make.
be able to be a bad artist for a period of time, that's a formation of your soul.
Yeah, and don't even get me started on AI because I can talk about it like forever. But I agree completely with you. I think that, honestly, there's like a million arguments against AI, but I find them the most used ones very weak. But the
Yeah.
one you use right now is my main one, because
Yeah.
I think that AI robs us from our human experience, our like body and mind action, and
Yeah.
AI robs it. Like it's so clear, I get so angry at people that loves AI and think that's good because it's so obvious bad. It's so obvious. Why do you want to use it? Oh, I can get my character and it's good. Like, I can maybe understand. I kind of understand, like, if you draw bad or you can't pay people to animate your drawings. I can understand you wanting to see it, like, becoming a reality. But you can notice that these people never they never make AI just for themselves, just to see. No, they want to show it, and worse it, they want to sell it. They want to sell it. And they rob themselves. Even if you're talking about how making art is some kind of process, some kind of transformation, and yes, but I would go even further. Like, even if you make bad art all your life, it's still better than using AI ever, because making bad art is worth it. It's good for you. Maybe you won't be able to sell it to many people and to get attention, but it's still worth it. It's good for you. Just like we have this renaissance, this coming back to old ways. Like, people are discovering again that writing with your hand is better, and I includes myself in it because I was a tech guy. I wanted all the tech stuff. I wanted everything. Like, no, I want to draw only digitally. I want to only write on an iPad and have the last tech and write. I had journals, and I just want to write journals on my iPad with the Apple Pen and have everything digitally. And nowadays we're rediscovering that this is bad. This is very bad. You should, it's It's good for you to write on a paper, like really good, actually better for your brain. Like there are research papers that prove that it's better for you to write on paper with a pen and pencil, to draw with a pencil on real paper, instead of just typing on your computer and reading on a screen every day. And these people are like, we have this proof, that this body and mind connection, action together is better than just this digital, this like disconnection between your body and mind. And they are going against what we're discovering again. And I find it very frustrating to see people go against this to me like really obvious fact.
Well, for every external power you gain through technology, you lose internal power.
Yeah.
So I have lighters and matches and so forth, and I can set the world on fire, right? But I do not know how to make a fire, right? But my great grandfathers, they could make fire with no matches. So that's an example I'm using, right? So you can, it's every external power you get through technology, you're losing something inside. So it's not that, maybe that's the trade-off that person has to make. My great grandfather would not have refused matches, right?
Yeah.
It's an example that the trade-off is not neutral, right? It's not.
Yeah, I completely agree.
You don't only gain from technology. It's not only a gain. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's a very modern problem we have today. Like, it seems that the modern man, I mean, maybe the human, like any advancement in technology, they see as a gain, and it's not really like that.
Yeah.
There's many drawbacks, many drawbacks, and I see, like, for example, I'm kind of like I'm slowly turning to a hater of technology, although I use it a lot. But it's still, like, for me, honestly, we just could roll back. On even in internet. I don't want internet anymore. We all society roll back to before the internet, because even though like I can only work in comics because of the internet, I would give up on that because I see so many bad stuff because of these things, so many bad things, and people like there's so many but like I would never have discovered this niche rock band if there wasn't internet. Like
you would have survived.
Yeah, I think you would survive. I don't think it's that necessary. It's cool. There are many things that I love, but there's so many stuff that we think it's like, oh, my life is so much better since I am like I like this. I'm part of all these fandoms, and like, no, like, not really. I don't think so.
Well, I'd like to get to know your work, your comics. I have seen your drawings, but I'd like to go more in depth. If you look at the bottom of your screen, it should say share.
Okay.
So you can open some of your artwork and tell me about the characters you've created and stuff, and we can look at them.
Okay, so I didn't prepare anything, so let me see.
That's okay, yeah.
I have. You can please go.
No, that's fine. This is a very. We're just two guys talking. Don't worry about it.
Like I have, like I worked on many comics for clients, but I have one comic with my wife. Like she's a
Yeah,
professional colorist.
that's the one I want to see.
Okay, so it's let me try and open this stuff. I can open maybe some pages right now. Oh, let me open the cover. Where is it? Okay. No. Where is the cover? Okay, let me try to share the page at least. Okay.
Oh,
You
there we
can
go.
see it.
Nice.
I think it will show it full. So this is like the first page of the comic. Let me go into some more interesting pages. All this, almost all these pages are already published on my Substack, and
That looks
you.
great.
Thank you. You've seen the second part already or not?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's the problem with Substack. Like if like it's an algorithm, it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, yeah.
show to people, they miss it. So it's already these pages I'm showing you are already.
So are you doing all the layouts and the drawing and the coloring and everything?
No. I do everything but the colors. My wife is
Okay.
the colorist. She's
Ah,
a
okay.
professional colorist who like works coloring books for other clients. When there are some projects we work together, the clients hire us to work together. So she colors for other artists, for me with some of my projects, and we work together on this project too.
Looks good. So what's the concept of the story here?
So the concept of the story is like like the correct like genre we would put is like post-apocalypse, but it's actually like during apocalypse. So I
Okay.
tried to imagine how would, like, I was reading the book of Apocalypse, from the Bible, and I was like, what if, like, looks like a fun like a fun book to imagine, like, to, because there's so much symbolism on it, and I was thinking, like, what if I just get some of it and try to take it literally, but some of it change some stuff and make a really good, like, very fun story, like one of those mangas like we have out there, and make it like during the tribulation and almost following the book of Apocalypse from start to finish, and trying to come up with interpretations of what of the symbol means. And this is a story of a Nephilim. This character Elena is a Nephilim, and
Okay.
the world has like started with the falling of the angel. Like there was war in heaven, and Satan and his angels fall on, like, literally fall on earth, and they started to, like, their fall. I was like, what if they, like, angels fall into animals and, like, became like furries. And like it would be funny. Like I like anthropomorphical animals, and maybe I could get the furries to like it. So and there was, but not just demons fallen, or but angels too. So I interpreted angels as like the literal meaning, both demons and angels from the Lord. And there was like apocalypse, like the spiritual realm kind of fuses with the material realm, and there's like a cataclysmic destruction. Most people die, and there's war between humans and demons, and then archdemons manages to win the war, and now humans are just second class citizens. Depending on the part of the earth that you live in, you are like slave to archdemons, or you are like completely killed. There's like only one safe haven, but it's like the new Babel, with the new God Emperor wanting to create the new Tower of Babel, reaching the sky and using humans, wanting humans to praise him like the new God. And this story is about Nephilim Elena. Like, she's being a Nephilim, she has like, she's very powerful, and she's like their only hope, let's say. Like, she's really, really powerful, and she starts to kill demons and archdemons and mess things up. And this story is like really crazy. I like to really tell crazy stories and weird things. And like, for example, like, this is really weird. Like, it's a corpse of undying cherubim, I think it's in English, cherubim angel, and it's eternally bleeding. And there's now a river of blood, but grows on the river of blood grows like some kind of I forgot the word, but some kind of
like a vegetable or something.
Not vegetables exactly, like mushroom, some kind of mushroom, and people like eat it, so it's very good for them. It's like that kind of crazy story, you know. Like, this is, for example, an archdemon that's arriving. You can see, like, in the last panel, they're arriving to raid the city, and Elena was waiting for them. So the next pages, there's a like crazy fight that's going to happen. And
is she riding a unicycle?
Yes.
It's like, that's funny. I have been like obsessed with these unicycles. I found a unicycle drag race competition.
Seriously?
And I've been obsessed with these vehicles. It's funny that to see them come up here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
Like I said, like I like to go crazy with designs and concept. Like, it's my comic, I can do it, and that's one of benefit when you don't worry too much about doing stuff for everyone. You know, you can go crazy and do the stuff you like, and what you think it's fun, you know. And that's what I'm trying to do here, because it's like, if I don't like it, if I don't have fun with it, I don't think it's worth it, you know. So I'm trying to have the most fun possible with these pages. These next pages I haven't showed yet. I'm finished them. I'm still finishing, because my wife is coloring the next one. So I'm trying to update in batches.
Looks good, buddy, man. Looks good. What's the name?
It's Heavenborn.
Heavenborn, yeah, okay, yeah, I see that Heavenborn. Yeah.
So nice. It's like Heavenborn. Yes.
Yeah. It's barbusco.substack.com. It's all going to be linked below. I'm sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's linked. Yeah, that's fun. So is it and you're publishing it bit by bit on your Substack?
I'm publishing it bit by bit on my Substack. I think it's the place where I got the most traction. Surprisingly, like, I didn't expect it at all. And like, I'm trying to post it on Comic Fury too. I don't know if you know that site. Like, so you. I think I read I was reading your I forgot the name of your superhero girl.
Yeah, Spirit Girl. Yeah.
Spirit
I
Girl.
did
Yes.
put it on Comic Fury. Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading there. I think I read all you put there so far. So, but it was on Substack that I got the most traction for this. So I'm posting there, but I mean I don't know if I'm going to post somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. It looks good, man. You're doing great.
Thanks a lot, man. Because it makes me really happy. If for you to say that. It's like it's been some years since I've starting to work it, but I never really like. You start postpone it. You start to postpone. Oh no, I'll do it later. I'll do it later.
Yeah.
Because, I joined Substack, and I got kind of serious like 2 months ago. Like start to talk to people, and just met this community like you, but especially Hannah with her thousand years of war, and some other people with their comics, and especially like Hannah with her comics like the 1,000-Year War of Wars, and kind of religious in nature, like Christian in nature, and I never it was something that I wanted to make for years, and I didn't met anyone. I didn't know there were people making this stuff,
Did you
comics.
see James from? He's doing a comic called Alpha Red.
Yeah, I know the name. I know him from like the other community that I was part.
He's making an explicitly Christian.
I
comic. It's an
never
action
got into
comic,
it.
but there's like some Christian stuff.
Or I didn't know. I knew that it was a superhero because he was. I know him from X, like from the Comicsgate people there. I remember the name, but I think like me, for example, he got out of that community, and I've met him again here on Substack. But I never read his stuff. I didn't know it was Christian,
Yeah.
And meeting this community, like people making Christian comics, and it was really like eye-opening for me, and seeing so many people like working and being prolific made me really like get into it and work every day on it.
Yeah. There's also Henry Brown is the co-host of Comics Odyssey. He did a comic called Threat Quotient. It's not like explicitly Christian, but it's as I understand it is supported by Henry's Christian values, if you will. Yeah. I am of two minds about this making explicitly Christian art. Obviously, for me personally, obviously, I don't know what other people should do, but yeah. Oh man, there's a pope, cyborg pope.
Yeah, it's like a preliminary cover, like it's something that it's not really the official cover, but it's something that I made to to have an inspiration. It's like every character here like is something that I have already a concept art. The Pope is actually the final Pope will be much more cyborg than this. I just made like to have this idea, like to show people, like this is about. This is what this project is about. Like I want people to see this image and like, oh, this is what this comic is about. I had to have this to show people, but it's not the final one. But yeah, but
so you were in Brazil there.
Yeah.
Like how does the like the comics scene work there in Brazil? Like, do you like where do you buy your comics? Just at the bookstore? Like, how does
Yeah,
it work?
like when I was a teenager, like 20 years ago or more than 20 years ago, we comics start like American comics were here already much for much more time, but um, we bought on newsstands. We didn't have
Okay.
we have very few comics shops here. Not like in the States, like very few comic shops here, and the place where we mostly at the time bought comics were on newsstands. So it was manga and comics here in Brazil. We bought on newsstands. Today you still can buy them on newsstand, but the best places are like online, of course, and some very few specialized comic book stores or manga stores, and on bookstores too.
So is it
That
mostly American comics and manga, or do you
yes,
have your own
we have
kind of world?
we have like from all over the world. Like we have European comics here too, but
I mean,
like
does Brazil itself does Brazil itself have a scene that is producing comics or no?
have, but it's very small, very small. We have like an indie scene, but
Okay.
for example, I will give you like an idea so you can understand. Imagine this: you're a publisher. You have like two options. Like maybe think about it. Like you can have like a very good artist, a very good writer. Because I don't know if you know, but many of the very famous artists, American, very famous artists for American comics are Brazilians. Like
Right,
you have
yeah.
many Brazilian names there. So
Yeah.
imagine this: like you're a Brazilian publisher, you want to publish a book, a comic or manga here in Brazil, and you can have a very good artist, you can have a very good writer, and they come up with an idea in like, yeah, this book, like, let's try and sell it in Brazil, or you sell Captain America. Like Captain America is already made, like it's already famous. It's much like you just have to pay like something like a percentage. I don't know if it's percentage or some big value at first. I don't know, but it's much more safe. It's much safer. It's much safer to just sell Captain America. It's much safer to sell like Dragon Ball. Why would you risk it to like make a series? It's very different on America. Like you don't have anywhere else to get from. Like it's America that makes American comics, so you have to you have to create stuff there. But that's why, for example, you don't really have an American manga scene. You have like indie people that make comics with manga style, but you don't have like a real manga, serialized manga from American people, because people who like manga, they buy manga because they like the manga from Japan. They like manga from watching anime. It's very hard for a publisher to bet on on new stuff, because it's not worth. So that's the reality here in Brazil and many other places that don't have like a very like early rooted like Italy or France or Europe or America and Japan. Like we always import stuff. We have an indie scene, a very strong indie scene, very healthy indie scene, but it's nothing like America. And I would say it's only like healthy indie scenes like only on the last 20 years, because when I was a teenager, like it was very underground, very, very, very underground. Like you.
Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like it's even healthier than here in Canada. I mean, we do have Canadian artists, but there's no indie scene that is specifically identifiable as Canadian. It's all selling into the American market.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I say healthy because, for example, we have like the Comic Con experience here in Brazil is the biggest comic convention. Like it's very inspired by San Diego Comic Con. So it's the biggest comic convention from all the Latin Americas is here in São Paulo, Brazil, and the Artist Alley here. It's only indie stuff, you know. Like it's very big. The Artist Alley very big, and it's only indie stuff, you know. There's no like there's some famous artists, some that come from America, and some that are Brazilians and have famous work working for Marvel and DC. But most of it, and people value it a lot. It's like the indie people are hundreds of people selling, and it's very competitive to enter in this convention like an artist and have a table there. So I would say like we have a healthy scene for like for comics, you know. I would say so.
Nice. Cool. Well, yeah, thanks for taking some time out of your very busy family man's schedule and
sorry for being a little late.
No, not at all. Everything's great. I'm grateful that we got to know each other a little bit and that you showed us some artwork. So I'm glad that we're in the same internet circle.
Yeah, me too, man. Thank you for like showing my stuff, and thank you for having this conversation. Like it's really fun. Like so, like having conversations about comics, and especially with other Christians, you know, it's very refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it could be interesting, like sometime in the future, just gather all of these artists that we mentioned, you know, Hannah and James, and I know quite a few, and have a round table discussion about, you know, comics and Christianity, and there's also a diversity of Christian thought too that I'm around.
Yeah,
you know,
I think it would be especially interesting to talk about one of the things that you mentioned here. Like, you don't think it's like you are in this undecided about making explicit Christian comics, but it's a very interesting topic, at least for me.
Yes, I think that gave me an idea. So I'll the podcast is in a state of flux right now. I think I'm going to end the weekly grind, like week after week after week, and just take like bigger breaks, but do a little bit more special events, like that kind of thing. Or when a really special comic I want to feature, we'll look at that, or try to do it that way. But anyway, I'm going to take a break now and go have some supper. Thanks again. This will publish, I think, next week.
Awesome.
Okay, have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.